Hello everyone, welcome to the Study Hacks Institute of GIS and Remote Sensing. Today I will try to discuss a very important topic, mainly how we can easily monitor population growth using Google Earth Engine and use of Python API. So I will try to explain all of things from beginners to advanced level. Then I hope you can easily create the population growth map as well as also calculate the population growth for a specific time period. So first of all, we need to create our environment in the Python environment to work with Google Earth Engine API. So first of all, just you need to import a package. We already know about the package. This package called the GEMAP. So just I simply import the GEMAP package and run the code. So it's successfully done. After that, we take the new cell and import the another library. It's called the Earth Engine library. So just I run. After that, we need to authenticate the Earth Engine account with our connecting with our Google Earth Engine. So for that, just write the code ee.authenticate. Again, just run it. So now mainly it's connecting with your Google account. So in this case, I just use it for registration with the Google Earth Engine. So just I keep same email to connecting authorization and further just continue. So now it's successfully authenticate. After that, we need to create the initials. So just put here the e.initialize and then mention here our project name. Mainly it's a cloud project. So just I put the cloud project name. So for my case, cloud project name is Mijan GE. So just I simply put the cloud project name and then initialize is successfully done. After that, we need to load our population data. So basically in this case, if you check the Google Earth Engine, so this data set mainly we are using here. So this data set mainly population count, this data. This data set contains the estimate of the number of person per 30 arc second grid cell consistent with the national census and population register. So in this case, we are use this data, and in this data, if you check, it show one band. This band name is the population count, and this data set is available from year of 2000 from 2020. Okay, so now I want to use this data, and further I want to calculate the population growth for a specific time period. Okay, so first of all, I need to import this data set in the Python API. So for that, you can simply click on here. I just copy and then take the new cell, and in this new cell I just take a variable name. Suppose I want to calculate the population data for in year of 2000. So just I take a variable name, suppose population 2000, and I just filtered this data set. So just use here that first of all select function for selecting the band name. So in this case, it's only for the one band. It's not necessary when you work only for the one band, because in this time there is no other band. So if you not ignore the select function, also there is no problem. But in this case, I just use the select function and select this band name and then paste the band name in here. Okay. So now I want to filter my specific time period. Suppose I put the time period is that filter date, and I put here filter date, suppose year of 2000, 1st January from year of 2000, suppose December 31. Okay, and I take the maximum from here, and further just I work for a specific time period in year of 2000. The same process we also apply for year of 2000, suppose 20. Okay, just I paste the code in here and then write the variable name. I just simply change the variable name, suppose year of 2020, and also change the time period. I take the data for year of 2020, 1st January from year of 2020 December 31. So now I just take the population data. So load the population data from this data set. So now just run the code. So after loading the population data, now I just need to work with my boundary, which boundary I want to work using the data. So in this case, I want to choose for whole country boundary of Bangladesh. Okay. So now how I can import the Bangladesh country boundary shapefile in Earth Engine API. So it's very easy. You can simply go to the, you can see the code editor. Just click on here. Here you can see I already import the feature collection, and this is the feature collection of Bangladesh, this Bangladesh whole country boundary, including all of district. Okay, so just I take a variable, suppose ROI, and then paste. Okay, so now this ROI is stored the whole all of whole country boundary shape file of Bangladesh, including all of districts. So now further I just run it. So just I define the study area. So after defining the study area, we need to calculate the population growth rate. So population growth rate, it has one kind of formula. This formula is that population in year minus population start year divided by population start year into 100. So in this case, just I use this formula, and further I calculate the growth rate. Okay, calculate the population growth rate. So for this case, I just take a variable, suppose growth rate, and then I just apply the formula population in year. So in this case, this is the population in year. I just copy and then paste here. These things simply subtract with, use here the subtract function, subtract with population start year, simply copy and then paste here, and then divided by population start year. Okay, just keep the same. And further, these things we just multiply with our multiply with 100, because we calculate the growth rate as a percentage. So just put here that multiply with 100. So now we are just define the formula population in year minus population start year divided by population start year and multiply with 100. So now we got the result in the growth rate as a percentage. Okay, so this growth rate I want to clip with my study area, because I already defined the study area as a ROI. So now for clipping, such I just simply take a variable, suppose growth rate ROI, and further just call this growth rate, just clip with my study area, use here the dot clip with my ROI. So now run the code. So now it create this growth rate only for my study area. So now we want to visualize our study map. Okay, so for this, just we create a layer of our study area. Suppose I just take a object map equal, I just call the GE map. Okay, and I just use here the map function, and further if you want you can also mention here the base map, just as here the base map. Suppose I want to show the base map as a satellite, so just put here that satellite, and further I just add a layer of the growth rate. I can easily visualize where is the high population growth rate, where is the low population growth rate. It easily visualize from here. So for doing this thing, just I add a layer. So just put here map dot add layer and call this growth rate ROI, because it is stored this map. Just paste here, and further just define our visualization parameter. For visualization parameter, I simply put here the mean. Just put here that mean. Suppose it will be start from 0% and max. I mention here suppose max value as a 100%. And further, I just define here the color plated for individual range. So for that, just make a list of plated. So in this plated, just make a list. Different types of color. So in this case, suppose I want to visualize where is the low growth rate. I want to display it as a suppose white color. So I mention here the white. Greater than I put here suppose YOLO. Greater than suppose I put here orange. Greater than suppose I put here that red. Okay, so just I define the color plated. In this color plated mainly we define our visualization, and if you want you can also add here layer name. Suppose I just put the layer name. I put the layer name, it's a growth rate, we can easily put in here. Okay, so now after that we also focus the center of the given shapefile, so then it easily focus on our given shapefile. So for that just use here map dot center object. Center object mainly it's my study area ROI. I define the tube level suppose 6, and further just simply print the map. So now let's check what happened. Just run the code. So now I visualize the map of our population growth rate map. We can easily find out. So between the time period year of 2000 to 2020, we easily find out which area we find out that high population growth. So we can see. So basically we find out this type of red color indicating about the high population growth region or district in Bangladesh. So first of all, you can find out this district. You can see it's a Dhaka district, Gazipur district, Narayanganj district. Okay, as well as we also find out this type of district, Sylhet district, or this type of districts. We find out that high growth of population. Okay, you can see this type of white color indicating about the basically this type of district. We find out that low growth rate of population. Okay, so this is the way we can easily apply this way, and further we can easily create for population growth rate map. If you want you can also visualize the population map for the different time using this dataset. So in this case I will not focus on here, so I want to focus the population growth rate, and now I want to calculate suppose what's the population growth rate between this time period 2000 to 2020. What's the average growth rate for the whole study area in Bangladesh. So I want to calculate the statistical value, calculate the regional growth rate statistical value for whole country Bangladesh, how much population increased between this time period 2000 to 2020. So for calculating this average growth rate for whole country boundary of Bangladesh, so for that we are just take a variable suppose stats, and now I just call the growth rate. So just I check the layer name. So this is the layer name, growth rate ROI. Just I copy and paste here. After that apply the function reduce region. Okay, and put all of argument one by one. So first of all we have to define here the reducer. So put here the reducer. Okay, we put here the reducer suppose average, and this is our study area is the ROI. We define the scale and make x pixel input for the big study area, and further just run the code. It also worked. So now I want to print the value. Okay, so average growth rate in percentage how much. So just I print this information. So print suppose average growth rate. I put at the percentage, just I put the note like that, and then I simply call that its stats, and from this stat I just need only for that information. So for that just use here the get info function. Okay, get info. Okay, so now let's check what happened if I run the code. So we find out that average growth rate population count, we find out that 31.34% population increased. This is the growth rate for the time period 2000 to 2020 overall average for whole country boundary of Bangladesh. So this is the process you can apply, and further you can easily monitor the population growth, as well as you can also create the population growth map, and we can easily identify which district have high population growth. We can easily identify. I hope this tutorial is also helpful. And in the meantime, I also give you an announcement for upcoming online training program on Google Earth Engine. So basically, if you want, you can also join my live training program on Google Earth Engine and learn all of those things from beginners to advanced level. And our upcoming class will be start from 24th January, and this session is the now opening. So if you want to join this online training program, you will learn all of those from beginners to advanced level. If you have no knowledge about the coding, mainly Python or JavaScript, or if you have no knowledge about the Google Earth Engine, don't worry about that. You will learn all of those from beginners to advanced level. So you can easily check all of course content from my website. I already added all of those in the video description. So simply check all of those, and then you can easily join my upcoming online training program. And when you join, you can get some benefits, such as you can get the course e-certificate after submitting all of assignment. You can get that all of training materials such as slide, PDF, or also get all of practice code. And you can also get all of access in my recorded video class for live session, and also get the lifetime teaching support, because as a beginners, when you use the Google Earth Engine platform or cloud computing platform, you face a lot of problem. So that's why I also give you that lifetime teaching support regarding this course content when you face any problem. As well as we also provide you the research collaboration. Suppose any topic, regarding this any topic, if you are interested to publish a research paper, then we also guide you, and also further we try to make the collaboration and publishing the research or scientific paper. So if you want to join this upcoming online training program, just simply contact in this WhatsApp number, as well as you can also contact with this email. I already added all of those in the video description. Just simply check and confirm your seat. Thank you for watching that. Stay happy, stay safe.